Hello everyone, Exelbirth here, and this is the Elder Scrolls Online Beta. And I thought I would just give a bit of an indicator of what my thoughts are on this particular game. And, well, to sum it up very, very shortly, meh. Yep, I don't really feel one way or the other about it. It is an Elder Scrolls game, which is nice. Elder Scrolls games are always pretty fun, very creative, have a wide environment that is wonderful to explore, and as you see, this game does look pretty beautiful, even on the lowest texture setting. Yes, I am on the lowest texture setting right now. That is because, well, it does lag a little bit for me, especially when I'm trying to record some footage to talk over. And from my short experience with the game so far, it's got an interesting variety of quests. There you just saw me change a skeever into a person because, well, some mad wizard turned them into skeevers at one point, and I was on a quest to bring them back, and then I get distracted by frostbite spiders because I happen to be in the Skyrim area. So yes, not very much new kind of terrain for me. I've been playing a lot of Skyrim on my Xbox, so seeing a not wasteland, that's completely the opposite of what it is. Seeing a wide terrain covered in snow and mountains and rocks, very boring to me at this point. I have seen plenty of it. But even so, it does look pretty. The frost spiders look more like what I would think a spider that lives in a frosty area would look like now. Much better than the black ones in Skyrim. The blackish brownish ones, that is. These ones look like they're more camouflaged. And you can join in any fight that you happen to stumble across. That's always a good thing about MMOs, I believe, is that if there's a fight in progress, you can just hop in, either help out, or I guess you could say take the kill for yourself, even though technically there is no kill stealing, you just contribute to a battle. Though there might be MMOs that allow you to steal someone else's kill, I don't know. I guess first-person shooter MMOs, you technically kind of can, but good ones like PlanetSide 2, they give you credit for at least damaging the unit before someone stole your kill. Anyway, let's not talk about other MMOs right now. We're talking about Elder Scrolls Online. Stay focused, Excel. So how about the combat? Well, it's about what I would expect from an Elder Scrolls game. Kind of boiled down. You tap the left click button to attack, hold the left click button to do a strong attack, hold right click to defend, and then there's something about clicking both at the same time, but I haven't actually got that to work at all, so I'm going to ignore it because I don't know what it is. The weapon varieties, pretty much the same as what you'd expect after playing Skyrim. Staves, swords, axes, shields, daggers, all the standard Elder Scrolls weaponry. I still miss the spears. Spears were my favorite part of Morrowind, and I've been missing them ever since they were taken out. How about the magic system? Well, it looks to be about the same as Skyrim, just kind of different effects for the spells. So I will say that's pretty good. Turned out alright. And we're gonna accept another quest right now.
Poison's chill is getting to me. I came out here with 3 of my Fighters Guild comrades. We heard rumors of dangerous creatures in the cave. Then we found spiders. Argonians are resistant to poison.
And I believe that I hope I will have been smart enough to remember to split up the recording so that I can raise the audio level of me accepting this quest, so you could have heard that little bit at the beginning, to see kind of how the voice acting is like. There are some issues I have with the speech, and that is sometimes the audio level drops down. So I can be listening to a person and they're talking at a regular voice a normal conversation level, then all of a sudden their voice is as quiet as a whisper, and it can be pretty hard to hear. That happened with the Prophet guy, which is someone you will see if you end up picking up this game yourself during the intro tutorial part. Which, let me speak of that, by the way. What is it with all the Elder Scrolls games making you a prisoner? This one is a slightly different twist on the whole prisoner aspect, and I have to give them credit for that. It was creative, but still, you were a prisoner. And I'm sure you'll probably see someone else's video where they're going through the beginning stuff, and you'll understand what I mean by how it was created. I decided not to record the beginning stuff, so that way if you feel like picking up this game yourself, it could be a surprise for you. Let's see, what was I going to talk about next? Oh yeah, let's talk about the actual questing system. It kind of does feel like a blend between standard MMO style questing and Elder Scrolls questing. And yeah, it is a little bit difficult to say there's a huge difference between the two, but MMO style questing, it's usually you have to go and do a certain thing multiple times in a row or kill a certain type of enemy multiple times. Elder Scrolls, you do get some quests like that, but mostly it's go here and do this thing and then come back to get your reward. And so far the 2 side quests I managed to pick up were go and complete these 3 objectives and come back for your reward. The skeever one, I had to go and transform 3 skeevers back to people, and this one I had to go rescue 3 people from cocoons. Now, this is only a small sampling, so I can't definitively say that all the side quests are going to be like, go here and do X objective 3 times in a row. That would be ludicrous of me to claim based on my small experience. Still, it kind of gives you a good feel of what the quest might be like. And so far I can say that it's not really a style that's going to bore me at all. But it's also one that doesn't quite thrill me as much as Guild Wars 2. I think Guild Wars 2 style questing was probably about what I would like to see in an MMO. Where you go and complete objectives, and if there are people in the area, they can end up helping you complete the objectives and get credit for it as well, from what I remember. How about the leveling system? That should be on the screen right now. Leveling, it's similar to the Skyrim style leveling system, except you don't look up at the sky for it. Then there's the skill points, which I think actually would be a good thing to have added to Skyrim, but I don't really see a very good way of them actually implementing that would work on the consoles. And since the gaming industry seems to be focused on consoles above computers, which is probably a bad thing, honestly. I don't think that they ever will figure out any way of implementing something quite as unique as the skill system. Although, actually I have to take that back, because this is going to be on consoles, Elder Scrolls Online. I believe PS4. I don't know if it's going to be on Xbox One. But there's also DC Universe Online, which also was on the PS3, and they had a skill system that worked out pretty good. You just had to hold down a button and it opened up a menu that let you choose your skills and cast them whenever you wanted, which worked out great. So actually, I would like it if more RPGs and games would implement a skill wheel thing.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. What else was there that I was going to talk about? I had a list, but I lost it. That tends to happen when you don't organize very often. Well, let's talk about the price of the game, I guess. Last I remember hearing, the price is going to be $15 a month. Now, this is much, much cheaper than World of Warcraft. But is this a
My
game
comrades
that
have
really
returned.
is worth,
I erected the spine
let's
of
see,
gratitude.
$15 a
You
month?
are a hero
That's
today.
how much
May your scales
for a
stay
full
moist.
year?
By the
Let's see,
way,
150
we're
is
not
10
heading back to
months.
the village. We
So,
have our own boat, and we're
$180.
getting off
Is
this
this game
cursed
worth
rock.
$180
If you're ever in
yearly?
Davin's watch, you should consider
I
joining the
can't
guild.
justify
I'd
paying
put in a good word for you.
$180 every year to play a game. And yeah, it's not really that expensive when you think about it as $15 a month, but when you start thinking about it as it actually is, a huge chunk of cash every year that I can pay for like 3 Xbox Gold subscriptions. That's kind of spendy, and I'm not sure I would be willing to put down that kind of money myself. But let's get to the top of this tower, and I'll wave goodbye. Just have to guess the command because I didn't know the command at the time of doing this. And was not facing the right way. So hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and fave. I will see you next time. Take care and goodbye.